Hi, Lou here, and I'm going to talk this time about a game ending that amounts to you play until someone wins. Well, this can be very dangerous because in some games you can end up with a very long game because nobody has won, especially if there are more than two players. A three-player situation where players can strongly affect each other is naturally a stable situation. That is, when one player threatens to win, the other two players gang up on them and prevent that win. And then if another player threatens to win, the other two players gang up on him, and so on. If you take the example of American Risk, the territory cards and turning in those cards for a large number of armies is in the game strictly to prevent the game from lasting too long. Because when the number of armies keeps increasing, it can go up to 50 that I recall, then sooner or later somebody's going to be able to sweep the board in one shot. Now, that's the pre-2008 version of Risk, and that was replaced with mission cards where you accomplish certain missions and then the game was over, which is, you might say it's a form of the race style, but your objectives are secret in the mission game of Risk, I believe. I've never played the mission version of Risk. So, exhaustion is kind of what we're talking about here, or exhausting your units or exhausting the space on the board. For example, Blockus, which is a very popular game, you play until everybody can't place any pieces anymore, and then you count up the score to see who wins. Simple enough, and fortunately not too long. Go is another game where you play until there's no point in placing pieces on the board anymore, and then you count up the score to see who wins. So we have that kind of game, and often it's limited by the capacity of the board, and then you don't have a game that goes on and on and on. But if you do that in something like Risk, then you don't have a limit in the board capacity, and it can be dangerous. I'm sure there are other games that use this method, but I haven't thought of any, so I'll leave you with this. Thanks for listening.